Dale Partridge, speaking of making things worse, says, imagine telling George Washington America is being ruled by liberal women, black felons, pagan foreigners, Christ-rejecting Jews, and homosexuals.
Are they British?
First off, the felon in charge of the country ain't black. But he's literally a felon. Literally, the president of the United States is a felon. But and that's why he's got to specify it's the black felons. I mean, I would say this is him going full mask off, but it's fucking Dale Partridge. Has he ever had the mask on?
Not since I've been covering him.
Yeah. So, yeah, they're just fucking racist. Racist pieces of shit is what these people are. Like, here's the thing, though. Like, imagine telling George Washington this. I don't fucking care. George Washington raped his slaves. I don't care what he thinks. Did he do some stuff that was historically significant? Yeah. He also owned slaves whom he raped sometimes. So fuck that guy. I don't care what he thinks.
Terrence says no mask, but he's probably worn a hood plenty of times.
I might be thinking of Thomas Jefferson with the raping. Washington owned slaves, so still fuck that guy.
Jefferson married one of his slaves, if memory serves.
Yeah, but when it's your slave, that is effectively just... Oh, Fenwick is... Okay, Fenwick... George Washington stole the teeth from his slaves to make dentures.
Yep.
Yeah, that's right. I mean, he paid them, technically. Probably a pittance. And also didn't give them a choice. Megan Kelly says... This is with regards to John Ossoff making his Trump would rather sleep and fly around with... and travel around with Natalie. Which I guess Natalie is his the lady that follows him around with the printer to print out news articles about how great he is because he's an old man and can't do screens somehow, despite being on his knockoff Twitter all the time.
It's not knockoff Twitter, it's Truth Social. It's truth. It's what it is. It's not knockoff, it's new. He's never knocked off anything. He's a brilliant man, Rhino, and he has many original ideas.
Anyway, Megan Kelly is clutching her pearls and saying, Ossoff was clearly implying that Trump is having an affair with his staffer. He was so determined to disparage Trump, he didn't give one thought, or worse, he did, to how this would affect Natalie forever. Don't let the Democrats tell you they are for women. It's a lie.
I mean, can I just say he's probably fucked Laura Loomer?
I saw a fake tweet from Laura Loomer that was very amusing, and I can't remember the wording of, but it was basically like, they didn't complain when I was fucking him, or something like that. I don't know. It was very funny, but it was also very fake. But also, like, does she know who Trump is?
Probably not.
Like, did she remember the grab him by the pussy line?
Once again.
Does she know that he was found civilly liable for rape? He cheated on every single one of his wives?
But remember, when you're a celebrity, everybody lets you do it.
Yeah, like, I don't care that John Ossoff may have alluded to the possibility of Trump having an affair with one of his staffers, when the guy that he's talking about is Trump, who actively tries to make women's lives harder. So, like, yeah, no. Maybe he could have been more tactful, but don't fucking clutch your pearls about this now, lady. Like, just fuck off with this bullshit. Oh yeah, I mentioned this last stream. I think it was last week, maybe the week before that. I don't remember, but I mentioned this at some point. And I was like, I can't find the fan art, but there's the fan. It's not fan art. I paid for this. Yeah, there's me as the Catholic, creepy little girl.
Yeah, I mean, I still think it's great. I think it's fantastic.
I think it's creepy as fuck. Okay, Ruth E. Girl E. She retweeted Lex, who said, there's a certain group of people so ontologically evil... So this is in quotation marks. There's a certain group of people so ontologically evil we must suspend universal rights and bypass all laws to kill them. And that statement is the fundamental logic of fascism, and it's terrifying how eager people are to replicate it when presented with the right targets. Ruth E. Girl E. responded... Leftists are constantly doing two things. One, support child predators. Which party did the child predator that you were talking about earlier tonight?
Sorry that the Epstein class is currently a Republican guy.
Yeah. How many child predators are in the Republican Party? Like, there's that graphic that's got pictures of all their faces of people that have been credibly accused of stuff like that. It's all Republicans. Like, I'm not going to run defense for the Democrats, but this is a problem they don't seem to have. They've got a lot of problems, but this one doesn't seem to be as systemic as it does with the Republicans. And then 2, make everything that is normal, healthy, orderly, and good fascist coded. So in this case, what she's calling normal, healthy, orderly, and good is taking rights away from people by, like, as a group so that you can kill them. Stripping people of their human rights because you don't think they deserve them. And then she ends that with, you're just making fascism look good. That's all you're doing. So yeah, Ruth is a fascist.
Apparently so.
And then I have one more from Ruth, but this is kind of unrelated. When I was scrolling through her profile just to get a feel for what kind of person she is, I came across this one. My most controversial take, absolutely not your most controversial take here, is that one of the my controversial take is that of the homemade breads, sourdough is vastly overrated. It's barely good. There's so many other breads I'd rather make than frickin' sourdough.
I mean, the reason that sourdough is so popular is because of the sourdough starter. Like, having a forever sourdough starter is like one of those things that is universally held and loved by people who have that as one of their hobbies.
So I'm going to say I pulled this one because I have recently become a bit of a bread pervert.
So you fuck bread?
I mean, it's nice and warm and squishy. With just a little bit of crustiness on the outside.
Do you put your dick in the sourdough starter?
No, I don't put my dick in the sourdough starter. No.
Why don't you?
Because I have 5 kids to feed and it's fucking expensive, and...
No, it's fucking bread, obviously.
Making your own bread is actually not that hard, and the bread that you make is so much better than the stuff you buy at the store, and it's cheaper. So it's like, you know what? I got 5 kids. They all like bread, so I will make bread. So I started making bread, and I actually kind of agree with this, because the bread that I make, it's the 4 ingredient stuff. You got your flour, you got your yeast, you got your salt, you got your water. Mix it together, let it sit for a couple hours, bake it for half an hour, and you have amazing fresh bread that is way better than the store-bought shit.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody loves it. It's impossible to screw up. I have fucked up the recipe so many times, and it still comes out like the worst bread I have made is still pretty good. And also, I kind of agree with her and fuck sourdough because the starters are too much effort. I am not keeping an organism alive on my counter so that I can make bread. Yes, I realize that's what yeast is, but yeast, you just like fucking put it in the fridge and then buy it when you run out.
Like I said, the sourdough starter is the thing that people love about it more than anything.
And I am not going to fuss with that, so fuck you and your sourdough starter. I will eat your sourdough, I will not make my own sourdough.
I don't make bread.
That was the royal you, it wasn't specifically you. But also, when my stepmother was trying to talk to me about how easy it is to keep a sourdough, because I'm just like, that's enough. Like, I've got 5 kids. I don't want to have to worry about keeping the sourdough starter alive. And then when she was trying to talk to me about how easy it is to maintain and keep and everything like that, she ended up telling a story of the time when the sourdough starter exploded in their kitchen because they didn't split it or whatever when she was a kid. And I'm just like, yeah, no. I just
you don't want to have a grenade?
I have a jar of yeast. If I forget about the jar of yeast, it just stays a jar of yeast forever. It might die and won't work as yeast anymore, but it's not going to explode a mess all over my kitchen if I forget about it. So I am good, thank you very much. You have affirmed my choice to make the easy 4 ingredient bread that is not the best bread you've ever had in the world, but it's better than the cheap loaves, and it's super easy.
Now I kind of want to make a grilled cheese with homemade bread.
Oh, yeah, we could do grilled cheese with it. That would be good. I'm going to do that.
My only problem is I just finished the red curry.
I have half a loaf that is from yesterday, so I think frying it with some cheese is a good option. So yeah. Good idea, sirs. Thank you for that.
Hey, you made it to the end. I want to give an extra thanks to the patrons who allow me to do this full time. I want to thank Aaron Rail, Astral, Britzkrieg, Jemshin, Poundini, Red Joker, Victoria, Jonas, Craig, Tarika, Fireshard, Smiling GM, John, Dren Hadamada, Creeper, Sagitta, you know I'm not saying that last part, Sylvie Snow, Valis of Seraph, Ottoman Angel, Rooster Rachel, and Fire Panda, who are all my $20 and up patrons.